Shalom. I had woke up again this morning with a thought that I believe I was basically instructed to share. I'll try to make this a short video. Maybe be two sections. We'll see. Let me start off with a scripture. John 1:46. And Nathaniel said unto him, Can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip said unto him, Come and see. Now, then a thought came to me. I grew up on the land of what they call South Central. And basically, the parents, or the mother and father of my lineage, basically passed on at early ages. I grew up basically under the tutelage of my grandmother, who basically was sickly because of, and she wasn't really able to. She did the best she could, but she really wasn't able to really train me up as I should go. I was raised around men and women who basically were living their own lives. They did the best they could, but I was told from an early age that by Abba himself that he was my Abba. And he proved it. And he's proving it still. That was his will for him to be my parent or father, Abba, father. And I used to tell people all the time, Abba has called me. He's not saying that I'm some great one. That's not what I'm saying. But I was chosen by him for himself. And he's proven it. And I've heard him say it. I even remember one time, my grandmother, because I heard someone say, called me by my name, the name I had, the given name that I had at the time. And I remember, because I used to call my grandmother Mama. I said, Mama, you call me? And she said, boy, you better stop answering people when they call you. You hear people calling you, better stop answering all the time. So, I grew up being like every other kid or child or young man or boy in South Central. But I was always different. I always found my way, even though I was trying to fit in, but I always found myself not being a part or not fitting in per se. That was his will. So once again, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Can any good thing come out of South Central? Can any good thing come out of Compton? Can any good thing come out of whatever land you were on? When you were the down and out and the trodden, the black sheep of the family, when people told you ain't gonna be nothing. Can any good thing come out of you? Isaiah 53:2. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He has no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we shall desire him. Nobody, man, you ain't gonna be nothing. Who are you? Man, you the least of among us. We don't choose you, man. Who are you? You not. Don't nobody choose you. Don't nobody see nothing in you, man. You need to go sit down somewhere, boy. Ain't nobody looking after you, looking for you. You ain't nobody special. Matthew 3:13-9-16. Whosoever has ears, let them hear. The disciples came to him and asked, Why do you speak to the people in parables? He replied, Because the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you, but not to them. Whosoever has been given more, they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even that they have will be taken from him. This is why I speak to them in parables. Though seeing they do not see, though hearing they do not hear or understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. You will be ever hearing but never understanding. You will be ever seeing but never perceiving. For this people's heart has become calloused. They hardly hear with their ears, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise, they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts in turn, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes because you see, and your ears because you hear. Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not her plagues. Isaiah 43:1. But now, thus says the Almighty, that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. Isaiah 48:10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of my affliction. He chose us in this fire. This fire was designed specifically and directly and with special instructions for you and me. When you pass through the water, I will be with thee, and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Though in Psalms 27:3, though an host shall encamp against thee, my heart shall not fear. Though war shall rise up against me, I will not. This will I be confident. Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all you that labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Hebrews 4:10-11. For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as Yahuwah did from his. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man shall fall after the same example of unbelief. And then this is a message to those Yasharites who don't want to give credit to Yahusha and said he's not God, or he never existed. I'm not talking about the idol Jesus that religious people use, but I'm talking about the true Yahushua HaMashiach. And if some don't have the understanding of Yahushua HaMashiach and they call him Jesus, I'm talking about the real Yahushua HaMashiach. That's who he is. But if you call him Jesus, I'm talking about the real one. And then they say they're on the corners prophet. I'm not talking about you, brothers. I'm just speaking word. If you're on the corner preaching, teaching, and you say that there is no Yahushua HaMashiach, so what are you preaching? What are you teaching? He said, I come in the volume of the book, for it is written of me. He is the word. He is the spirit of prophecy. So if you don't have him, and he said, if you don't have him, you don't have the Father. If you don't have him and you don't have the Father, you don't have the Spirit. So what are you led by? So let me give you a scripture that will. I can also give you a scripture that's in Hebrews, and I believe another Psalms, maybe it is. I gotta look it up, but Abba Yahuwah said himself. He said, "Your throne, O Elohim, is a everlasting scepter, not scepter, but scepter." He said Abba Yah called him Elohim because he fulfilled what he came to do, and Abba elevated him to that status. So if Abba called him Elohim, who are we? And he even himself said, have you ever read the scriptures that you are Elohim? Now let me finish up with this scripture here, Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of the brethren that have the testimony of Yahusha. Worship Elohim. Worship Yahuwah. For the testimony of Yahusha is the spirit of prophecy. So the testimony of Yahusha is the spirit of prophecy. So if you don't believe in him, how can you have his spirit and how can you prophesy? Okay. The word that I have heard us brothers use, and I like to use it every now and then. Shalom. Shalom.